you do know there were societies that existed before the invention of like a concrete building, right? You do know this. Okay, cool. Do you know what a nomadic society is?
There were?
Yeah, there were.
Wait.
Cool.
They
awesome.
didn't have concrete buildings?
Yeah, cool. So you know what nomadic societies were?
Debate over. I concede.
You know, okay.
I didn't know that. Now
you didn't know nomadic
that just blew my
societies
mind.
existed.
There was societies which existed without concrete
yes,
buildings.
I know, it's very hard to believe.
Andrew Wilson completely annihilates this brain-dead feminist who thinks she's educated in this debate over societies and use of force, as Andrew Wilson uses simple logic and reason to show how wrong this woman is about basically everything that comes out of her mouth. Let's get in.
A shit ton of men, like the population of men, like decreased. Because they were all at war, because they all basically went out. It's not like things collapsed on themselves.
Like
things
no,
were
that's
still
because men
ongoing.
were still here running things.
Yeah, no, but women could still, and maybe we just fundamentally disagree here, but women could still be in those positions of power and things would still work.
No, they weren't in the positions of power.
No, but they could be, theoretically.
No, I don't think that they could be. So
okay, well, here we have a fundamental disagreement.
And that's what we're debating. So let's get into the debate. When all the men went off to war and women went and worked in the factories, they were putting screws in a fucking pack. They weren't designing the bombs. They weren't designing the grenades.
Do you think women aren't capable of designing bombs or grenades?
I think that they have extreme trouble with physical engineering because
Physical engineering.
You did not say physical applied engineering. You said applied. There's a difference.
What physical is applied?
No, okay. You said applied engineering. Okay.
Go get the fucking in and out. You can't weasel your way out of this one.
My way. There's a very big.
That was it.
Not it because he did not say physical applied engineering. So go back 30 seconds, or go back 1 minute actually right now.
You want to go further back?
No, I want to go now further back because he said physical applied engineering, and I said
physical engineering.
No, you said physical applied engineering, and then you said, I never said that.
Listen, you're right. I said if I didn't say applied engineering, physical engineering is applied engineering.
Okay, there's a very, Okay.
You need to go back? Or?
It's fine.
I just need the in and out. That's what I need.
There's a very
You're not getting out of the in and out.
There's a very big difference between me having to physically build a bomb versus me engineering a bomb for physical use. Can we agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay. So you agree women are capable of physically designing a bomb.
What I said is that women have trouble with physical engineering, which is a lot of applied engineering, yes.
Okay. I'm trying to counterphrase this.
Putting your hand on your face doesn't make you a better debater.
I know. I'm frustrated.
It's a destinyism. You got to stop. Next, you're going to do the triangle. Do the triangle hands. There you go.
Hands.
Yeah.
Okay. Applied engineering, or I want to even say physical applied engineering, and maybe I'm just wrong here. Maybe we can Google the definitions. There's a difference between design, right, and designing things for application and for use versus actually physically building those things.
Yeah.
Most engineering, and maybe I'm wrong here, I'm open to being wrong, is focused on design. It's not focused on me actually building those things. That's somebody else's job.
Yeah, that would be the person I'm talking about.
Okay.
You see, the person.
But we specifically were talking about design.
You can design a house, right?
Yes.
But somebody has to build the house.
Yes.
You're the designer going to build the house.
Yeah, okay.
So when I say that women have trouble with physical engineering, what I'm saying is that when they have to actually apply past the this is in my mind and build the fucking thing, where you need the engineers to actually build it, they have a big fucking struggle with that.
Okay, but that's interesting because I asked you specifically, do you think women are going to have trouble designing bombs?
And I said no. I said, but what they have trouble with is physical engineering.
Maybe my reality is being lapsed or something with yours or something, because I thought you specifically said, yes, they're going to have trouble with it.
They do have trouble because of the physical application
But these are two separate things.
Yes, but what I'm saying to you is that, listen, if you have women who are just there in an engineering, all the men are off at war, okay? This was the point of this. All the men are off at war, and a woman designs a phenomenal bomb, like the bestest bomb ever. Doesn't matter if she can't fucking build it, or the other women around can't fucking build it if it requires the male engineers. That's the point.
Okay. Here's another thing. It does require a level of strength to build things. However, we also, and I'm saying machinery as if it's this really complicated thing, but I'm talking about simple pulley or lever systems. Ever since humanity first could build things to get out of having to use their brute physical strength, they have. And this has come to the advantage of both men and women who are capable of doing this. I'm not saying men and women are one-on-one when it comes to physical strength.
Then why aren't they Then why haven't they been building shit forever?
They have.
What?
They have. Maybe not in the same way.
I'll tell you what. Name one single female invention.
I'm trying to think of what is it. There's a specific tool in agriculture.
What's it called?
I can't. Let's Google it right now.
No, let's not. Can you just name it?
No, I am gonna.
No. Name it. You
What?
can't name a single one.
I can't.
You gotta Google it.
Well, what is it? You're just asking me about specifically.
You said women invent shit all the time. What? What are they inventing?
They literally specifically invented like a form of agriculture that had to do with like, what is it? Oh, like rotational crop fielding, something like that. Like that's the exact terminology or something.
Can you think of a tool?
I don't think you can even bring back the like first tools to like man or woman. Like I don't think you have like the first like for the I don't think it's fair to say the first spear was like built by a man or the first hammer.
Why not?
Because we have no evidence of that. We just have evidence of humans using tools.
Yeah, we know who brewed the first beers. They were monks.
Yeah, we don't know. Yeah, but we're talking about very basic tools. We're talking about tools that either a man or woman can do.
Now you're obfuscating again.
No, I'm not obfuscating.
Your claim was, since the beginning of time, when we figured out the pulley and the lever system,
Yes.
which I would say we probably had access to even from an evolutionary prism for like 50,000 years or more.
Sure, yeah.
Okay? If that is the case, this was not knowledge which was just limited to men. Okay? So if that is the case, where's all these women building all these fucking societies knowing how to use that pulley and that lever system?
Because society, well, let's start here. You do know that there are societies and that there were societies before.
By the way, how can you be a
physical
feminist
buildings
and have to Google a single female invention?
I have female accomplishments from the top of my head, but regardless of that, separate from that,
Okay.
you do know there were societies that existed before the invention of like a concrete building, right?
Mm-hmm.
You do know this. Okay, cool. You know what a nomadic society is?
There were?
Yeah, there were.
Wait.
Cool,
They
awesome.
didn't have concrete buildings?
Yeah, cool. So you know what nomadic
Oh my God!
societies were?
Debate over. I concede.
You know, okay.
No, I didn't know that. Now
You didn't know nomadic
that just blew my
societies
mind.
existed.
There was societies which existed without concrete
Yes,
buildings.
I know it's very hard to believe.
Folks, let me know down below if you think this feminist is a prime example of why we should not educate women, because oh my God, this is almost painful to watch. Clearly, Andrew Wilson is just comically, having fun with all this, because this woman, like, she's not getting it. Like, she's just not grasping it. And of course, we've had, all this technology before. And yes, no women have ever built anything, not societies. And like even Andrew Wilson pointed out, how can you claim to be a feminist, if not a proud feminist, and you don't already know of at least one thing that a woman has invented? You can't even name one thing off the top of your head if you claim that you are a feminist and you are proud of women empowerment and what women can accomplish, but you can't think of any accomplishments. That's embarrassing, folks, but hit that like button and notification bell. It really helps the algorithm, and let's get back in.
Go ahead.
So you know about nomadic societies, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So for like tens of thousands, if not a lot more years, the way that humans lived, for the vast majority of societies humans lived in, were nomadic societies, right? Yes. The answer is yes.
So wait a second. We're not sure. Here's why. We do know that we had civilizations up to 10,000 years ago, real civilizations that had governments and writing and sophisticated individuals who ran inside those civilizations. So when you say most of these societies were nomadic,
We're talking
not
about
sure,
early-
because we've lost tons and tons of information on even the societies which existed 10,000 years ago. There could have been great societies which existed before that. Not sure about that.
Okay.
Not sure I'm willing to concede that most of them, even up to 20,000 years ago, were nomadic.
Okay. At least according to most like modern anthropologists and even those beforehand, what seems to be...
When you use that tone like
Sorry.
this, it actually doesn't help your case, but it is annoying.
Well, I want
right.
to maybe
Anyway, go ahead.
annoy a little bit because it's just my voice.
It's the Destiny Toad. Why do
It's
y'all
not.
do?
I don't
Why do
even
y'all do
watch
that
Destiny.
anyway? Why so we look at the da and the da 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 da
Okay.
and the da da and da da da, right?
So when we look at most societies, I'm just gonna keep doing it because you keep calling out, so it's harder to even like forget. Basically, throughout most human history, we were nomadic creatures. We would basically hunt and travel in groups essentially. And then it usually became like once the agricultural or the first agricultural revolution came, where we were like, oh my God, we could actually stay in this area. We can actually grow things here. We don't have to constantly move from one place to another
and
place to
animal
another
husbandry
place.
and all of this. I don't know what this has to do with anything.
Because you're saying, oh, why weren't women essentially building like these intense architectural
They've had at least
designs?
10,000 years.
10,000
years of recorded history.
The fact is, we've had societies for, tens of thousands of years that just weren't based on like having to have physical structure to function. Like that's just it. This came as
Yeah, but that would be
to-
for men. And so what I'm saying is when we did, which is at least 10,000 years, at least 10,000 years, we've had standing buildings with structures that had some kind of government in them, this type of thing. At least you would agree 4,000 years ago, we had great structures, cities, nations, the whole 9 yards. Up to 2,000 years ago, which is a long fucking time, 2,000 years. Where's all these fucking female inventions, civilizations? Where's all these great
So that answer
contributions? Where are they at?
Oh my gosh. Okay. What I want to say, or what I want to explain, is that
The ancient world stigmatized women.
well, what happened was after the agricultural revolution, what it seems to happen is that men got more control of the agricultural supply. So they gained more level and power in society to institute essentially societal rules. So if you want to talk about like why haven't women done this or why women haven't done that, well,
How come they couldn't just use their big brains to stop that from happening?
Post-agricultural revolution, part of the reason is men did institute these systems of power in place that benefited them.
Because they're much stronger than women?
Partially because of physical force.
No,
Yeah.
well, wait. What was
Sorry,
the other?
no, let's go for it. Yes, physical
because
force.
of physical force, because they're much
Yes.
stronger than women.
But that doesn't mean that society was always predicated upon brute physical force. Because as we've seen before,
I think
we've
society
had nomadic
right this second
societies.
is predicated on brute physical
Physical force. Okay. Sure, we could talk about that.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
okay.
So this is what we were leading into
Wait, but
anyway.
I need to clarify.
Okay.
You're saying, this is just how it is, this is just how it be, and I'm trying to say, no, there were, tens of thousands of years before modern day civilization where we still existed in a society without brute physical force,
Where?
essentially. Nomadic societies.
Nomadic societies use brute physical force all the time.
Okay,
Folks, what is this woman talking about? What in the F is this woman actually talking about? You're going to say nomad societies who had to hunt, who had to physically, kill animals and risk their lives, did not use any form of violence, any form of force. Like, are you serious? Like, we had the Comanches right here in North America. It's like they were the most powerful Indian group that just killed anybody who didn't do what they said. Like, what are you talking about? She wants to talk about all this history and all that. You don't even know history in this country back even several hundred years to even know the nomads who were living here. I don't know what you all think, folks, but I honestly have to say this woman is uncannily stupid. Women do not naturally design, build, construct anything of any real importance in civilization. It's been that way the whole time. It's men who design it. It's men who build it. Women can help along the way, but it was never designed with their hands and for them to use it really to begin with. Like the bow and the sword was not made to be wielded by a woman. It was made to be wielded by a man's hand. But yeah, feminism has absolutely just brainwashed all these women. They have absolutely no clue of what they're talking about and they do not understand the context. But folks, thanks for watching. Let me know down below what you thought about what Andrew Wilson had to say, completely annihilating this brain-dead feminist in this debate. Thanks again, like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.